Hi guys, so in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to create big bouncy curls using pin curls. So what you will need is a brush, a back combing brush, sectioning clip, some hairspray, some clips, these are pin cutting clips, or you can use Kirby's. I'm just going to be using a mixture of both. And some serum, and obviously your curling wand, preferably something like this with a bigger sort of barrel that creates a more bouncy curl. So you want to start by brushing through your hair. I'm just using my Tangle teaser, it's really great. And I like to section my hair down the middle into two. And then I grab my section clip, so I'm going to start on this side and show you a couple. So just kind of section off underneath. So enough to do 2 pin curls, so probably about that. I'll split this into 2. And just clip up the rest of your hair. So as I say, I'll section this into 2. So I'm going to show you now on these sections here. So grab your wand. So what you want to do is curl always going away from your face, just because it'll give it a more bouncy look and it's nicer going away. So grab your tongue here and just start wrapping the hair round. I would just have a heat glove, but I've lost mine. Just be careful you don't burn yourself, or if you have one, that's great. So I like to hold it maybe about for sort of 15-20 seconds, depending on how thick my section is. This one's a little bit thicker than the other one, so I'll hold it for a wee bit longer. And what you want to do after that time's up, you just want to kind of almost drop the curl in your hand. I know it might be a little bit hot, but if you've got the heat protecting glove then that'll be great. And you just kind of sort of ravel it up just like so, and just make sure the end's tucked in, and just roll it up just till you reach your head. So I'll go with my pin curling clip and I'll just make sure that's all clipped in. Got quite thick here, so I'll probably do another one. So when that's, oh sweet end. Perfect, when that's secure we'll just move on to the next one. So I'll just show you a few more sections just so you can get the hang of it. So I'll go back in, wrap it round, and then also another tip is make sure you include the end and try and curl the end, because when I like to wave my hair I usually leave the end out, but for pin curls, to make it nice and bouncy, you want to include the end. So again, I'll just hold this for maybe a wee bit less time just because it's a thinner section, and you just hold it there, and when you're releasing it, just kind of catch it in your hand, just like so. It's not too hot, so it's fine. Again, tuck that end in. It's not wanting to go in. And then just grab your clip or Kirby, it's totally up to you what you want to use. And make sure that's nice and secure. Pop a Kirby in as well. So next, I just like to, obviously that's the first section done. I usually do about 3 going up the way. So I'll just do my next row. Just make sure it's kind of straightish, and then I'll just clip this away. So I'm going to show you another once, and then until I move on to the front and the top, I do it slightly different, so I'll show you that as well. So I'll do another one just now to show you. So sometimes I'll do this in 2, sometimes I'll do it in 3, I'll do it in 2 today. And depending on how big your section is as well, obviously the bigger your curl will be. Same with your wand, the tighter your wand, the tighter your curl. But it's totally up to you. I quite like mine quite loose but still bouncy, so this is great technique to just keep it bouncy. Again, I'll just wrap that round. And obviously this is a bigger section, so I'll just hold it for about 20 seconds. can also do this technique with straighteners, if you know how to curl your hair with straighteners, and just roll it up and pin it as well. I just like prefer using a wand for doing curling and stuff, but it's totally what you prefer. So again, I'll just release into my hand, and this one will be quite big to try and roll up, so I'm going to use quite a few clips. And there we go. It kind of, when you catch it, it kind of does half the rolling for you because you don't have to roll it up. Same with all this hair, I'll try and make sure it's right out the way, so I'm not going to clip any of that in and get any straight bits or anything. There we go. It's going to fall out at the end. Yeah, the thicker your section, the harder it is to pin up as well, so you might need a few more clips or curbies. Perfect. So I'll just speed it up until I get to the front and the back, and I'll show you. So now I'm going to show you what I like to do on the front and the top. So I'll just kind of smooth out my hair. I like to bring it all forward and then sort of section across here. So that'll be one pin curl, and I usually just like to kind of clip this out the way for now, just so it doesn't get muddled up. And same with always going kind of back the way from your face. So I'll take this and almost like to the side, I'll just kind of wrap the hair on it, and again hold for sort of 15-20 seconds. And what this does, it just creates volume as well, like at the crown, and because it's sort of going back the way, it just helps it be nice and bouncy and stuff. This is optional, I just like doing it like this, but obviously there's loads of different ways you can do it. This is just how I like to pin curl my hair. So I'll just leave it for a wee another 5 seconds. And then again, I'll just kind of lean it to the side and catch. And grab it and kind of roll it almost back the way, so you've got that height. And again, I'm just going to my curvies. And because these are slightly bigger sections, I just like to pop a couple curbies in, just so it holds. And with my hair as well, because it's quite thick, a lot of the bottom ones start to falling out just as I'm sort of finishing, but that's fine. And then again, I'll section. Maybe do it a bit more. So I've got shorter front bits as well, as you can see. So I like to do them as one. Yeah, so I'll just take this and I'll do it in 1 or 2 sections. Depends, sometimes I do 2, sometimes I do 1. I'm just going to do the 1 for today. This is quite a big section as well, but it's fine. Make sure all these front bits are out. And again, I'll just sort of clip them out the way. I know they're in your face, but it's not the worst thing in the world. And again, I'll just grab my curler do I want to do this in two? Do you know what, I'm going to do it in two. See, sometimes it depends, sometimes I do it in one, sometimes I do it in two. So yeah, I'll just split it into two for today. And your sections don't need to be really neat, like as you can see mine aren't, it's just as long as you've got the sort of principle of it, then they'll be fine. So again, I'll just hold this for about 50 just because it's thinner than the last section I've done. And just be careful you don't burn yourself, I'll literally have about 5 times already. And then just towel again to the side. Tuck the wee end in. And just roll it back. Grab your Kirby. And just slot it in. And again, in these front ones I like to put a couple just so it's extra secure and it won't be going anywhere. So I'll take the next section. I'm just going to pop this back a wee bit just so I've got room. Perfect. Grab the next section. Again, I'll just do the exact same. I'll just show you on the camera so you can see it again. Just wrap it round. And again, as you can see, it gets sort of, my sections are getting thinner as I get to the front, which is totally fine. I'll just hold it for less time. Like so. And then I'll just, this is probably going to be about enough time just because it is thinner. And as I say, I do like my pin curls bouncy but a bit looser, so I do like to sort of take bigger sections and hold it for less time as well. But it's totally preference, like if you prefer having them sort of tighter or like holding it for longer or whatever, it's totally fine. This is just my way of doing it, as I say. I know I look a bit crazy, I've got like my hair on my face and stuff. Pop another one in. And doing it like this, like going them all back, helps to give volume and it just helps the curl going all back, so it's really great. Go on this wee bit. So with the front as well, sometimes I like to do it sort of forward, going that way, but today I'm going to do it back because I usually wear them, I don't really know, I kind of depends. Sometimes I wear them on the side, sometimes I wear them in the middle, so I'm just going to do it the same way as I do these back ones. But again, if you don't have shorter bits at the front, just section your hair with your just the front bit, just as we've done the back. It's just because I have shorter bits, I'll just show you how I like to do them. Again, it's just the same. I don't like to do it too close to the root this time because I don't want it curly right from the root at the front. So I just kind of bring it up a bit, almost higher, and ignore all the little flyaways, we'll fix them in a minute. And as again, I don't like to hold these for too long, because I don't want them curly, more of just kind of bouncing them. I'll just hold it for about 10 seconds. And the same idea, just to the side, catch them, roll them up. Always make sure the little end's tucked in as well, because that gives it the curl at the end. You don't want any straight ends when you're doing this. Perfect, so that's all the pin curls in just now. As you can see, they're starting to fall out, but that's fine. So I like to usually leave them for around sort of 15-20 minutes, but it's totally up to yourself. Like sometimes I leave them in and do my makeup, or you could leave them for as long as you like. So I'm going to come back in 15-20 minutes and share with you how I take them out and style them. Hi guys, I'm back. So it's been about 20 minutes since I've had them in. So I'm going to start taking them out, and what I like to do is I like to start taking them out where I first started. So I'll just start from the underneath. And when taking them out, you don't really want to sort of brush through them straight away. I just let it kind of drop how it wants to drop, and I just let it do its own thing. So I just keep taking them out until they all are out and they just kind of are doing their own thing. So as well, you don't want to pull it too much. You just want to sort of let it just kind of come out itself and do its own thing, because you don't want to end up ripping the clip out and your curl's all messy and stuff. You just want to kind of just let it how it's sort of just to set almost is a little bit more. So I'm just going to take the rest out and I'll check back in with you when I'm finished to show you the styling and things. So this is what they look like when they're all out, obviously before I've styled them and stuff. So what I like to do first is I like to just give it a hairspray just like this. And I'm using this one, they've got to be glued, it's the best hairspray. And then I like to take my back combing brush and just start from kind of the back, because they're still obviously separated in their sections. And I just like to back comb it a little bit underneath here. Kind of place that to the back, and then I'll do the same with this one here. I'm just putting my brush in and giving it a bit more volume. And then brush them out a wee bit and just back comb them. So now I've kind of got a bit of volume in the back and stuff. I know it still looks crazy because I've not put my serum or anything in it. This one's really curly. Right, so then I like to go in with my serum. And I like to use a mixture of my hands and the brush. So first I'll run my hands through it with the serum. And make sure I coat the ends just so they're nice and shiny. A tiny bit in the front. And then what I'll start to do is just kind of brush through them really gently. I'll just move this down a little bit so you can see the ends. Just starting at the ends and brush through. Same with this side. And I'm just brushing it back, but I'm not quite smoothing out the back comb when we're done. What I like to do as well, it kind of gets a bit fluffy after you've brushed it, so any bits sort of like that you want to put the curl back into it, I just kind of almost twist it back the way I've curled it. And sometimes I like to just twist it in with another section, just like the front bit. Same with this bit here, I'll just kind of twist it all a bit. And sometimes I wear it to the side like this, sometimes I wear it to the middle or push it over, part it here, it really depends. So, I don't know what I want to do today. And you just can keep playing with it. That's it at the side, just until you like get your hair how you kind of want to wear it. I'm going to go over to the side today. Again, I'll just grab my front bit and twist it round. Sometimes I like to twist it into the other section just to kind of sort of let it kind of blend in a bit. And you can always go back in with more serum. Personally, I don't think I need it as my hair is actually not too fluffy, and usually it is. So here's my finished look. And if I am kind of wearing it to the side like this, what I like to do is take my back combing brush and just kind of separate it a bit. I like to just kind of back comb this part here. And then kind of just smooth it over a bit, just so it gives it a little bit more volume, just so it's not too flat. And then I'll go in again and just twist. And not pulling too much, just because I don't want to flatten this front bit too much. And there we have it. These are my bouncy pin curls. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the look just as much as I liked creating it. Thank you, bye!